How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Carmelo Anthony's officially back in the National Basketball Association and will be taking his talents to the Portland Trail Blazers on a non-guaranteed deal as of November 14th. After not playing in an NBA game in over a year, this might be the last NBA team he will ever suit up for as his career's dwindling down. This is justice for all Melo fans out there who were dying to see him come back. Many felt he was blackballed by the league. The next couple months might decide his basketball fate forever. At least he can have somewhat of a retirement tour. Many nervous fans thought his final game might have been on November 8, 2018 in the Rockets uniform, going 1 of 11 from the field for 2 points against OKC. It would have been an absolute terrible ending to a Hall of Fame career. Before Woj announced Melo to the Blazers, I was actually writing my script predicting which teams would sign Melo, and the Blazers were indeed one of them. I'll name the other 5 at the end of this video. With the Blazers season looking like a disaster, lacking another scoring option next to Dame and CJ, playing Mario Hezonja way too many minutes, getting little production from the former 5th overall pick. He's not even half the player Melo is right now. Portland hasn't been an attractive destination to getting good players to come, and that's been proven for the last decade. Hassan Whiteside, who disappeared all of last season pretty much, is the team's leading scorer at under 15 points a game. He's not the answer long term, slow and past his prime, will likely get traded once Yusuf Nurkic comes back. Rodney Hood is nothing more than a role player who'll put up between 10 to 15 points, heavily relying on 20-year-old Anthony Simmons, who's been balling out but has his up and downs. Ken Basemore hasn't been helpful at all, and getting up there with age outside of the backcourt and Whiteside, none of the Blazers role players bring more to the table right now than Melo. They can't create their own shot. Where Lillard will continue putting up nice scoring numbers, but it appears it's already a wasted season for Portland. We know the team's defense won't be any good, but at least right now Lillard won't be depended on to making every play and taking all the shots. Losing Enes Kanter, Al-Farouq Aminu, Mo Harkless, and Seth Curry was just too much of a hit for the team, especially guys who started and played a key role last season for a team that made the Western Conference Finals. Portland failed to sign another small forward, and Carmelo Anthony is not a bad option at all. The 60-point game for Lillard was a prime example of the team needing a 6-man scorer, where Dame outscored the whole team by himself, and they still lost. Trying to compete in the tough-loaded Western Conference, both Dame and CJ have to be on their A game each and every night. If one of them's off, no reliable third option is capable of picking up the slack. But if Anthony can produce and play 20 to 25 minutes a game, whether starting at the power forward position or off the bench, realizing this might be his last shot and willing to come off the bench, be okay with playing 8 minutes some nights and maybe not even play at times, similar to Dwight Howard's role with the Lakers on a non-guaranteed deal. Also, with Zach Collins out for months, the team desperately needed to make a move. Going 1-6 to start the month of November, with McCollum's early shooting slumps, the team doesn't look motivated outside of Lillard, and Melo is finally humble. When he went on First Take this past summer to talk with Stephen A. Smith, he says he's willing to do whatever it takes and will look to provide some spark to wake up the Blazers. With the next 6 games on the road at San Antonio, at Houston, at New Orleans, at Milwaukee, I see many L's. If Portland continues with the same roster, signing Melo simply won't hurt at this point. Looking at this Blazers team right now, the only 3 players clearly better than Melo are Dame, CJ, and Hassan Whiteside, and perhaps Zach Collins when healthy, but all the other role players are nowhere near as good as Melo right now. None of them outside of Rodney Hood would be getting any minutes on a legit contending team. McCollum missed 12 games due to injury last regular season. While Dame's been healthy for pretty much his whole career, he's taking a lot of mileage carrying this Blazers team. I do believe this will end up being a very good signing for the Blazers. I predict Melo will average anywhere between 12 to 17 points a game, play about 25 minutes, will have multiple 20-point games at times. Some nights he might only score 4 points, but at least he can leave every ounce on the hardwood. The other 5 teams I predicted that could have also signed Melo was Golden State, Milwaukee, Detroit, Washington, and New York. With the injuries to the Warriors having no scorer outside of D'Angelo Russell, Chris Middleton for the Bucks is out for a month. The team starts Wesley Matthews at the 2, who's struggling right now. Melo could have provided a spark off the bench. While the Pistons and Wizards are stuck in no man's land, they could have used Melo's offense to bring some excitement to their franchise. And this is another wasted season for the Knicks. It wouldn't have hurt the team to bring him back for a franchise he played his heart out for and finishing his career in the Big Apple. At least he was one of the few stars who was willing to play for the Knicks. Being 2000% sure he will play again this season, he ended up being 100% correct. At the end of the day, whether you love him or hate him, Carmelo Anthony will easily be a basketball Hall of Famer, someone who underachieved given his hype coming into the league, but one of the best scorers of his generation. Anthony's career is expected to come to an end within the next couple months to even 3 years, depending how he adapts. These were just some of my quick thoughts to Melo signing with the Blazers. What do you guys think of the signing? Let me know in the comments below. I love all of you. See you next time.